The impact of the coronavirus pandemic is being felt everywhere, and world leaders and celebrities are not left out. In fact, in Nigeria, some people call it the big man disease, with prominent people across different spectrums falling into the disease. Here is a list of some prominent Nigerians who have died from the COVID-19, amongst the hundreds in the country. Suleiman Achimogun, Nigeria's first fatality, a former managing director of the Pipeline and Product Marketing Company, PPMC, a subsidiary of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, died on March 23 after showing symptoms of the virus following his return to the country from the United Kingdom. Perhaps the death that brought the reality closer home was the death of Abba Kyari, Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. On March 29th, the highly influential Chief of Staff issued a statement explaining his decision to move to Lagos for the further tests and observation, assuring that he is in high spirits and hoped to return to work soon. However, 25 days after he was confirmed positive for COVID-19, Mr. Kyari was declared dead. Abba Kyari succumbed to coronavirus at the age of 69 on the 17th of April 2020. Mixed reactions trailed his demise, while many Nigerians, especially political leaders, mourned his death and paid tributes to him. Others did not, with many describing his death as a lesson to the powerful political figures who failed to provide good leadership in the country. Senior Advocate of Nigeria and former Director General of the Nigerian Law School, Dr. Kolade Akinyemi, died at a London hospital on the 2nd of April at the age of 80, while helping other nurses who were infected with the virus. Dr. Abayomi was a legal icon, a great teacher, gifted orator with a sense of humor. He was a committed, passionate, and dedicated lecturer who sacrificed a whole lot for what he was passionate about. Dr. Maikanti Baru, a consummate mechanical engineer and former group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, died on the 29th of May 2020, less than 2 months from his 61st birthday. The immediate past group managing director of the NNPC, Baru, was appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari in July 2016, a position he held up until 2019. It is not every day a former US Marine and high school football player born in San Francisco all the way in the United States ends up becoming the biggest broadcast personality in Nigeria. That is exactly what happened with the late Dan Foster. A top Nigerian-based radio personality, he died on the 17th of June at a hospital in Lagos, a day after testing positive for the coronavirus. Foster worked with numerous radio stations in the United States before moving to Nigeria in 2000, where he joined Cool FM. He'll be sorely missed by radio fans for the unique style he brought Nigerian radio. The senator representing Lagos East Senatorial District, politician and businessman Bayo Oshino, also known as Pepperito, passed away on the 15th of June at the age of 64 from COVID-19 complications. The first ever two-term governor of Oyo State and former Senator Abiola Ajimobi died at the age of 70 on June 25th due to COVID-19 complications. Senator Ajimobi was a connector and bridge builder. He'll be missed by the people of Oyo State for his numerous achievements. The Ondo State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Wahab Umar, died from COVID-19 complications on the 2nd of July at the State Infectious Diseases Hospital, 2 days after handing Governor Rotimi Akeredolu his positive results. Wahab Umar was born on the 5th of June 1955 at Ilaramoki in Ifedore local government area of Ondo State. He was a member of the Nigerian Medical Association and member of the Association of General and Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. Chief of Staff to the Kwara State Governor Alhaji Adisa Aminu Logun died on the 7th of July, a few hours after his COVID-19 results returned positive. Engineer Logun was a meticulous public officer, a dedicated professional, and a special breed of technocrat who recorded remarkable accomplishments in various spheres of his career, spanning many decades. A former chairman of the Ondo State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association and founder of Shekinah Hospital at Alagba Akure, Mr. Michael Adieri, died of COVID-19 complications on the 9th of July at the Federal Medical Center Owo. Late Dr. Adieri was said to have died after allegedly attending to a suspected COVID-19 case. Glowing tributes have not stopped pouring in for the former Chief of Staff to the Borno State Governor, Dr. Babagana Wakil. He's described as a kind man, distinguished gentleman, and dutiful public servant with considerable depth reflective of his PhD in history. In one such tribute, Professor Femi Mimiko said his retentive memory, especially in relation to concepts and idioms in languages and cultures other than his own, was compelling. The Borno State government, in a press statement issued by the governor's spokesperson, Issa Gusau, confirmed the death of Dr. Wakil after a brief illness, not unconnected with an underlying health condition which he'd battled with for years. Another sad and very recent loss is that of a professor of infectious diseases, Professor Lovett Lawson, who was the chairman, board of directors, Zankli Medical Center, Abuja. He died in quarantine at the National Hospital on Monday. Professor Lawson graduated from the University of Lagos in 1975. He later bagged a PhD from the University of Liverpool. His area of expertise was clinical tropical medicine. There you have it. Coronavirus has so far claimed the lives of 684 Nigerians, and the curve is still to be flattened, as the pandemic has become one of the deadliest viruses to ravage the world in years. Since people over the age of 50 are at higher risk of severe illness, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, advises elderly people to stay at home, avoid crowds, and practice physical distancing. The same guidelines are to be adhered to by everyone, as no one is immune to COVID-19.